They question whether I know what I'm doing as the head coach. They want to challenge. Every decision that I make, the fans, still a nation. They want to challenge. They say I don't have my team ready to play. They want to challenge my integrity. They say I'm not a good coach in the NFL. They want to challenge it. There's one thing that they say I'm not good at, and that is challenges. They say I should not start another quarterback. Challenge. Flag on the play. But I'm here to tell you that I know a thing about football. For 17 years, I've worn this headset. I've walked the sidelines with my chin up. And to steal a nation and say I don't know what I'm doing, I challenge that. That's enough of me being Mike Tomlin. What's up, folks? Steal a Nation, what is happening, man? You know I had to have a little fun. I had to flag on the play. Had to have a little fun, guys. Had to have a little fun, man. Listen, I got a 30-minute timer. Not going to be here too long tonight. But let me welcome you guys to the latest and greatest episode of the knee-jerk reaction post-game show. Week 7, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the New York Jets in Pittsburgh. And as you guys would know, the Pittsburgh Steelers came out victorious. And boy, do I have a lot to get into, but I'm telling you, I am down to 27 minutes and 26 seconds. It's a late night. I'm not going to be here long, but I got a lot to say, and I'm going to try to breeze through it quick. So hello, everybody. I see some of my lovely, lovely ladies of Steeler Nation in the building. Hello to all of you. Lanisha, I see her. I'm sure there's others. Hello, lovely ladies and fellas. Make sure you say hello, lay out that red carpet. Let's get to it, man. Listen, first thing I like to do on the knee-jerk reaction show is I talk about the first drive, first offensive series, as well as the first defensive series as well. Let's get to it. So what do we have here? Pittsburgh Steelers did receive the ball first. It was a gain of 4 yards by Najee Harris. We came right back with a play-action pass to Darnell Washington for the first down. There was an 18 yards run by Najee Harris right after that. Russell Wilson has to scramble out of a sack. He only gained a yard. There was a pickup of 3 yards by Jaylen Warren. The Steelers were then facing a 3rd and 5. Nobody was open on the play, and Russell Wilson had to throw it away. Steelers were able to finish that drive with 3 points, courtesy of Chris Boswell. So it's good that they scored on the first possession, but they did not score a touchdown. And we're going to talk a little bit about the dynamic of Russell Wilson versus Justin Fields. I'm going to be brief with it, but it's just the things that I obviously noticed watching the game. First defensive series, the Steelers were playing off coverage on first down. That's the first thing I noticed. And boy, is that going to be a theme. I'll get to it. Steelers get off the field with a 3 and out, though. There was a nice sack by Larry Ogunjobi on a 3rd and 8. So shout outs to him. If I'm not mistaken, that may have been our only sack of the night, right? But hold on. Let me interrupt myself. We already got some Wonder Bread. Round of applause to my man, Jamar Sanders. Round of applause. Thank you, buddy. He says, great situation, 2 good quarterbacks, by the way. He says, Beanie. Slow start. Okay. That's fair. We're going to talk about it in a second. So what else do I have here, guys? I'm going to just give you my quick offensive and defensive takeaways, and then I'll give you, let me give you the key moments. Let's dive into the key moments first. These are just a couple things that I notated. Key moments. Calvin Austin III, CA3 as some of you may call him. There was a 3rd and 1 that was on the Steelers' second possession. Russell Wilson had to scramble around, threw it to Calvin Austin, and Calvin Austin drops the ball, man. Ball hit him in his hands. I mean, more than hit him in his hands. He had it here, he put it here, and as he goes to the ground, the ball comes out. Jets go right down and they score. Right down. And they get a score on the very next drive, which was aided by a penalty by Larry Ogunjobi. Now, I hate the penalty there, but I will say Larry O did, he did a little bit of excessive throwing the guy to the ground. It is what it is. But it went right down and they scored. Like I said, it was aided off of the Larry Ogunjobi. At that point, it was 7-3. The Steelers then go right back out. They pitch another 3 and out. The Steelers go back-to-back 3 and outs offensively to end the first quarter. And then the Steelers defense matching the 3 and outs to keep them in the game. So it was a weird sequence right there, man. Like I said, Calvin Austin drops the 3rd and 1. That would have kept the drive going, right? The Jets go right down and score. The Steelers offense goes 3 and out back-to-back, but then the Steelers defense got their footing together and they put up 3 and outs as well to keep us in the game. So that was a wonderful thing, and I thought that was a wonderful moment. The next key moment that I notated, guys, the Steelers take a deep shot to George Pickens. They connect to George Pickens pretty early in the game, but we only were able to finish that drive with 3. At that point, it's still 7-6 New York Jets. Here's another thing. Minkah was called for leveraging on an extra point. I thought it was a terrible call, but the Jets go for 2 and they convert in front of Beanie Bishop on that particular play, and the score is now 15-6 Jets. Now, at that point, it's not looking bleak, but you kind of have that feeling in your stomach, like, okay, what's going on here? The Steelers need to respond. We need something to happen because at 15-6, it definitely is not out of reach, but it's kind of like, okay, the offense kind of got going, but slow start, right? So you weren't feeling too good about being down 15-6 at that moment of the game. Round of applause again. We got some more Wonder Bread from my man Jamar Sanders. Thank you very much. He's saying he would like to see us use Justin and the Wildcat within the 5 yards of the goal line. Couldn't be a bad idea. I'm with you there. Oh, man, I see one of our ride or dies as she puts it there in her actual comment. My girl, man, Debbie, what's going on, Debbie? It's so good to see you. I'm always happy when I get a chance to see you, hear from you, whether it's here, whether it's email, what have you. I just always am happy when you're well, when I know that you're doing well, because you have been one of those ride or dies. Definitely fan favorite, and obviously a favorite of mine. You know that. So hello, Debbie. Good to see you. All right, so next key moment that I notated, Beanie Bishop gets his first interception right before the end of the first half. That was huge. The Steelers in that drive with the touchdown pass by Russell Wilson. I wrote it was perfect accuracy. That was the one that he threw to George Pickens. Caught that thing like that. Bang, bang, bang. That was huge. The Steelers able to not only get the turnover, but getting points off of the turnover, and not only points, but a touchdown. So shout outs to Beanie Bishop. That was a real significant moment right there. Another key moment that I notated. Steelers forced the Jets to punt on the first drive of the second half. George Pickens makes a ridiculous juggling catch, right? Way to stay connected, George Pickens, because the ball hit the defender. He able to turn around, pull it in, bobbles it again, catches it again. Excellent catch right there to move the Steelers down to the Jets side of the field. And then Freiermuth with a nice acrobatic catch, one-hand catch over the shoulder. Once again, guys stepping up in key moments. Russell Wilson putting the ball where it needs to be. Great catch. That catch by Freiermuth moved the Steelers into the red zone. However, the Steelers were unable to score a touchdown. They had to settle at that point for a field goal. And at that point of the game, it ended up being 16-15 Steelers. So that was a huge and significant moment as well. Let's interrupt ourselves for some more Wonder Bread. My man Stillberg, thank you very much. Appreciate the donation. He says, Russ got the passing game going, forcing the defense to respect the throw. Running game opened up as a result. I don't think you can deny that. I don't think any of us in this chat can deny that. All right. Let's keep it moving, guys. What's my time looking like? We got about 19 minutes left. We cooking. We moving. Let's see. The next moment that I notated, Beanie Bishop gets another pick off of the deflection of Garrett Wilson. And, hey, way to be in the right place at the right time, Beanie Bishop, and way to not give up on the play. And not only did you not give up on the play as far as getting the pick, the boy almost took that thing to the heezy. Almost housed it. Did he almost house that thing? Man, I was rooting for Beanie Bishop to get that thing into the end zone, guys. Man, I wanted that boy to get into the end zone so bad. I really did. Because what a significant moment that would have been for him. But again, the significant moments had already happened. He got two of them things in one game. But I love the way these defensive backs, Beanie Bishop now, but you could definitely say it about Dante Jackson. I love how them guys are trying to take the ball the other way. I love it. I love it. I love the way they try to take that thing to the house. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that was a significant moment, obviously. And then also I wrote here, another huge key point of the game, man. The Steelers blocked the field goal late in the third quarter, blocked by Dean Lowry. The Steelers go right down to score another touchdown, pass to Van Jefferson, which, interesting fun fact, they said that Van Jefferson's father is the receivers coach for the Jets. That's interesting. I didn't know that, but that's pretty cool, right? But there you have it, man. Those were the key moments that I notated. There may be a couple here and there that I missed. Hopefully not. But like I told you guys, man, this is the knee-jerk reaction. I'm just making notes as I'm watching the game. Come Tuesday, I'll have more analysis as far as what else I may have seen from rewatching the game as well as watching the All-22. Now, let me get into my my recaps. All right, let's do defense first. Steelers defense, man, they did what they needed to do. They played excellent against Aaron Rodgers. However, this is still a pain point for me, and we saw it happen a few times. The Steelers are going to hit or get hit with explosive plays because of how we play coverage. Now, we did mix in some man a little bit more tonight, but there weren't enough times for me where I felt that we pressed. We might have got up tight, but it's almost like we either don't trust the guys or we just don't believe in bump and run or press coverage, right? And make it difficult. We often turn and we run back. We kind of trail. We're always in a trail technique, and that leads to guys like Aaron Rodgers early on in the game exposing the RPO, or the slant routes are usually open. That's why there's so many things open in the middle, even if it's not like a down the seam route. It's like a slant or over route. That's why. Because sometimes, and man, particularly tonight, we were doing it a lot in the slot. We just give them. We just give them the inside. And granted, we only gave up 15 points, which is cool. It just, as a fan, and I'm not going to question the coaches. I mean, obviously these guys know what they're doing, but it just, as a fan, sometimes it bothers me when I see that, right? And I see Lifted One and saying, oh, bro, the defense played great, relax. You relax, because you don't understand where I'm going with this. Yes, the defense played great, obviously, but you still critique even in a win. I've been saying this all season, all year, all last season, season before that. I do not like the soft coverage that the Steelers play at times. Defense balled out tonight. They played great, but I do not like how soft we play at times. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And I'm going to continue to say that because I told y'all, I give my same opinion whether we win or lose. I stand in what I believe in. Just my opinion. I don't care if we did only surrender 15 points. Great job by the defense. I just don't like that soft coverage at times. I don't know why we do that so much, but whatever, it's good. Whatever, we did. We did our thing tonight. But That's the only thing I had as far as one of the takeaways. Another thing, missed tackles. Come on, defense. Come on, man. I stopped myself really quick, man, to recognize some more Wonder Bread. Appreciate it, Casual Friday. Thank you for the donation. He says, the O was running crisp and clean more than usual. Big difference I noticed between number 3 and number 2. No, he says no diss to number 2. Number 24 tackling has improved since last season. Actually has, man. Joy Porter has been playing more physical. Remember last year I was getting on him about his physicality. Jamar, man, again, thank you for another piece of Wonder Bread there. Appreciate you. I definitely want to talk about what Walter Worthy is saying there, because I was going there. But Jamar says, you're right. We've been too much every game. Yeah, we do. It's just times. Walter Worthy, shout outs to Walter. He says, TA did go a lot more tight man after the scores. Even on the first score, we played tight man on the plays. But yeah, I was heated at first. Yeah, it's just that it's one of those things, guys, and I'm a huge component of saying you cannot run man every play. You cannot run man press every play. You cannot run tight man every play. You can't run zone every play. It's got to be a mix and match. What I'm saying is sometimes I would rather, I'm not going to say the phrase that I told my wife because it could be offensive to some, but I basically said I'd rather them put there on the table and be like, you either going to beat me or I'm going to beat you. In some of those situations, instead of just sitting back. Because you saw some of them times when we got tight, we clamped it down. And even if the coverage wasn't great, just being in position like that gave us just that much more time for the pass rush to get there. And also, that's why I would like us to incorporate a little bit of press and redirect, even in man. And if you get beat, you get beat. Mano and mano, it's the NFL. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But especially with us having the pass rush, man, that we're capable of getting in that tight man in key situations could help. You can't do it all the time, though. You definitely can't. Sometimes you need to pass it off because, they run those rub routes and things on you, kind of like what we did when we got that touchdown pass to Van Jefferson. But if TA continues to do more of that like he did tonight, I'm cool. I just want to see a mix and match. I just hate when it's so routine and we sit back in that soft zone. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, it's not as much as me talking about this game as it is a collective of what I've seen us do for numerous seasons. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Walter. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm in agreement as well. What else did I have about the defense? Missed tackles. Come on, guys. Come on. Y'all played great, but I'm not allowing you to get away with that. Tackle the football, man. We gave up too many missed tackles early in that game. But then we cleaned it up later on. Shout outs again to guys like, man, Deshaun Elliott, man. Deshaun Elliott does something to make me perk up, every game. And so I see him and be like, okay, I saw that. Peyton Wilson also. I have to go back and look and see if Patrick Queen was really effective tonight. I can't necessarily say it at first glance. Didn't say he did anything wrong. I'm just saying at first watch, I don't know if he had a game like he had last week, but I definitely was seeing guys like Wilson on tackles and Deshaun Elliott on tackles and things like that. Deshaun Elliott has been a great pickup for the Steelers, man. I'm going to keep saying that. What else, guys? Highsmith's pressure was felt. No doubt. No doubt about that. The pressure was felt by Alex Highsmith. And Steelers defense turning the ball over again. And those are my takeaways for the defense. My quick takeaways for the offense. Russell's mobility looked fine, guys. It did. However, before I end this, I'm going to talk about the difference between him and Fields. But his mobility largely looked okay. Steelers, what else did I have here? Russell looking inaccurate early in the game, but I think he fixed that late. Particularly a couple of those passes to George Pickens and as well as the pass to Freiermuth. He got his accuracy going late. I said this as well. And again, we started to run the ball better in the second half of the game, particularly the fourth quarter. I'm bumping my wife and telling her, see, this is football at its best. Remember that one of those drives in the fourth, I think it was early to mid fourth quarter, where we were just pounding the rock. And I was telling her, I said, see, that's football 101 right there. That's football 101. You wear them down. They don't want to tackle Najee or anybody like that at this point of the game. It's football 101. Love what I saw in the later portions of the game when it comes to the running. But I did notate that Arthur Smith still will just run into 8-man boxes. He'll do it. He will do it. He's not afraid of just lining up and running right in head on. You know, we had a couple of those moments early in the game, but, you know, he stuck with it and the run game got going. But I just would rather see us sometimes maybe, man, audible out of it a little bit when you see those packed boxes. Or maybe try to run, you know, more spread formations. But then again, man, if your offensive line is blocking it up, okay. But I had to make notation of that. Broderick Jones gave up another sack tonight, guys, late in the second quarter, which killed the drive. So I just wanted to notate that. Offensive line, I wrote this was early in the game, and this could be going forward. I said the offensive line will make it a little tough for Russ. They might, because there was a few times where Russ had to be on the move. And also, what I'm going to talk about here in a second is it was evident what happens when the pressure comes when you talk about Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. And the only thing else I wrote here as a recap for the offense, they scored 2 touchdowns off of 2 turnovers. Beautiful. That's how you do it. So real quick, guys, while I have some time left, listen, the hard truth is this. I'm gonna be Mike Tomlin again. This is what y'all wanted to do. Everybody was challenging that decision. Challenge flag. Everybody. Oh, why are you putting in Russell Wilson? Everybody. But now, what is the feeling? Hold on, guys. Round of applause to the last King of Scotland. I appreciate the Wonder Bread. Maybe. He says, we'll play man when Sutton and Trice return. Maybe. But, I mean, I seen some of the same defense even when Cam Sutton was there. We'll see. But I will say this, too. Cam Sutton might have to earn his way on the field. I'll be honest with you. I mean, Beanie Bishop hasn't been great, man. But if Beanie Bishop can build off of this performance, I'm just saying. But let's get back to the Russ and Justin Fields thing. Listen, everybody was killing Tomlin, man. And I said to myself, I want to see what the fan base has to say if they win. Back-to-back games where we've scored 30 points. Here's a clear difference with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. When the play breaks down, we saw it quite a few times a night early on in the game. There were plays where we clearly saw, Justin would have took off right there and probably would have gotten the first down. Remember, it was one of those 3rd and somethings. And remember, Russell Wilson stepped up and he turned and threw it across his body and it was incomplete. And over here to the right was wide open, butt naked open, and he didn't run. And I was thinking to myself, why didn't you run it? And I said, at this stage of his career, maybe that's just not his first thought. Now, listen, Russ was very mobile. And this is the thing with whoever that was that tried to challenge what I was saying, I think on Tuesday when he was like, why do you keep acting like Russ ain't mobile? And da-da-da-da-da. I never said he wasn't mobile. What I said is what you saw tonight. There's a section of the offense that you remove from the playbook when Russell Wilson is out there when it pertains to the quarterback's legs. That's it. And when plays started to break down, Russell would do the Russell Wilson. You know, he did good with evading certain things in the pocket. But there were moments, you go back and watch it. There were moments where he could have taken off and gotten the first down, or there were moments when we know if that was Fields, that's a first down. However, here's the big difference. You saw that offense open up tonight, didn't you? When it got going. You know what else you saw a lot of that I've been calling for? You know that thing that I've been calling for each and every week? Some of y'all might know before I even say it. Something I've been calling for weekly that I wanted to see more of. 11 personnel. Oh, we saw 11 personnel a lot more tonight, even on early downs. Like somebody already said in the comments, the threat of Russell Wilson passing the ball opened the run game up a little bit, I think. But this is all I'm saying. This is still one game. I'm not going to be overexcited for one game. I think the Steelers largely looked great. I'll say late second quarter on, they started to look great. The defense pitched the shutout in the second half. The offense started to get going. Still things to work on, obviously. Nothing's perfect. But I think we got a chance to see the offense open up, us taking more shots down the field. The Steelers offense coordinator, as well as Mike Tomlin, putting more trust in the quarterback to pass the ball. Even in early situations, we saw more play action, even in early down and distance. One of those ones we just did later in the fourth quarter, that play action pass to hit Calvin Austin for that 30-something yard gain. Perfect time to run it. I think it was like a 2nd and 10 or 2nd and something. And it's almost like they were more inclined to allow Russell Wilson to do that because that's just the stark difference right now between him and Fields. And that's not a knock to Fields. And I'm going to stand on what I stand on. I said to y'all on Tuesday, dang, man, I'd rather see Fields play. But then, did you hear what I said in the pregame show? On Friday, I said, you know what? If I had to argue the other side, this is probably the reason why they're going with Russell. And I'm going to rock with the decision and see what happens. But I wasn't killing the decision like some of y'all did. Some of y'all was losing y'all's mind. Like, I mean, destroying the head coach. I'm like, why are y'all doing that? I told you it had to be a reason. There's no way that all of us are just that much smarter. And now, what do you have to say after the Steelers going out there and taking care of business against a more top-tiered defense? From what the numbers say. And Russell Wilson looked fine. Guess what he did? Guess what he did early in the game? He did something very similar to what Justin Fields did. Missed some throws early. But once he settled in, Russell just... Chris Collinsworth said it best. The touch that he has on his passes, man, was the difference. And again, I'm still rooting for Justin Fields as a long-term option, just off of potential and even youth. But according to what Jay Glazer said, that Mike Tomlin said, the reason why he did go with Russell Wilson, whether you agree or disagree, I agree and respect the decision of why he said this is why he did it. And it seems to have worked out at least for 1 week. Oh, here go Oscar. Oscar says, admit you were wrong. What was I wrong about? Let me hear it. What was I wrong about? As my time is about up, I'll give y'all about 3 more minutes. What was I wrong about? I said early in the week, I wanted to see Fields continue to play. I came back and did a show on Friday, and I said, well, if I argue the other side, this would be the reason why I think they're going with Russell Wilson. I don't know. I love when some of y'all come in here and just say what y'all want to say, just to start conversation. It's funny to me, but if that's how you feel, then I'll take my hat off and give it to you. But I don't understand what Kenyon said. No, sometimes debate is fun, Kenyon. Sometimes I like to just poke fun, man, because they think they're making it matters. It don't. But all right, man, let's see what you guys got, man. At the end of the day, this was a really good Steeler win. All 3 phases of the game. I mean, special teams, defense, turning the ball over, us putting up points. This was a pretty good game, man. And I'm with Steelers cards. I've rooted for both quarterbacks. It cracked me up seeing some of y'all right here in this chat how y'all dogged the idea of Russell. How some of y'all dogged the idea of Justin Fields playing. And I'm like, I don't get it. Why don't we just rock with these guys? You know what I mean? But again, it's one game. It's one game. Hopefully Russell can continue with this momentum. But it was a great win, man. Great win. You know, you took care of business in prime time. And like I'm always going to say, y'all know I do not believe in the phrase coaches had the team ready to play. I don't believe in that. I think coaches prepare every week to win. But for you guys who think every time we lose that the coaching staff didn't have them ready to play, I haven't seen one of y'all say that the coaching staff or Mike Tomlin had them ready to play tonight. Since that's what y'all believe. Y'all never say it when they win. It's only when we lose. Oh, the coach ain't have him ready to play. I know y'all was ready to say, oh, he loses to another sub 500 team. Y'all had that right in y'all pocket. But all right, man, let me give y'all a couple minutes. What y'all got really quick. Excuse me. The Master of Music says, we are in a perfect position quarterback-wise when you think about it. Even Belichick says Steelers have the best QB situation. He did. They called Bill Belichick crazy too when he said it. I saw him. Rajon says, bang him out. Oh, he's talking to Kenya. Rick Dilliot says, Danny Smith and Beanie Bishop, big games. Yeah. I love how they swarmed on Danny Smith. That was pretty cool. Wyatt Diggy says he's Beanie Siegel this week. Broad Street Bully. Yeah, because Chris Collinsworth made it sound too cute. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can call him man Beanie Baby. You know what I mean? I'm more so like what Wyatt Diggy said. Let's call him Beanie Siegel, man, the Broad Street Bully. Yeah, let's give him that. You know, Beanie Baby is too cute. Yeah, I ain't gonna do that to the brother. And why Diggy, if you really know your hood classics, speaking of Beanie Siegel, Beanie Bishop was playing like Stu. He was like Stu tonight. And that's in case any of y'all know what I'm talking about, that connection of Beanie Siegel and me saying the name Stu. Some of y'all might understand that. But yeah, what else y'all got? Is that Malk? Sinatra says, just wait how we going to look after the bye. Yeah. Hopefully we look great. Hopefully we'll look great. Give me a couple more guys and then we'll get out of here. Jam Nefu says Russ beat KC, Bills, Ravens, and Cleveland last year. Last year though. Last year. But I'm with you. You know, maybe Russ can cook, man. Well, listen, with having this type of defense behind him, you never know. 12 Gauge Hemi says, I was curious to see how Wilson ran the offense. He was making some nice throws. He was. But again, we're not gonna forget that we are gonna lose the quarterback taking off and running. We saw that, and it was evident early in the game when Russell just wouldn't. I was like, that's a first down if Fields was in the game. So it's a give and take, but clearly you saw the plan was to allow Russell to open the offense up, even throwing the ball downfield, taking shots downfield. The way Russell Wilson passes, I've been a fan of the deep ball of Russell Wilson for years. Y'all know that. And it's, you know, he just has a better placement, man. It just is what it is. Charles Jackson says, those are not real fans. A lot of people are going to walk back their words this week. Yeah, man. Highlight watchers, bro. Highlight watchers. It's all good, though. Afro Thunder says, I remember 50 years ago when Coach No did a switch at QB. Wow. Man, I'm envious of those of you who actually watched the 70s Steelers, man, before my time. Rajon says, Broad Street Bully got a food truck. Yeah, I seen that. Seen that. I'm going to read a few more, guys, and then we out of here. The special teams going crazy for Danny Smith. Was heartwarming. Loved it. Yeah, I'm with you, Mark Cunningham. That was dope to see that, man. Kenya says, I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way you dress. Oh, man, they not like us, brother. Even though, of course, that lyric, those lyrics come from Euphoria. Beanie told AR, better get down or lay down. That was a nice pick, man. That first one, that was all him. You know what I mean? That wasn't off a tip. That was all Beanie Bishop turning back, like especially when they showed it from the end zone view, how he was backpedaling this way and then he turned back to get it. Salutes. So y'all already know Beanie Bishop will be featured on Tuesday's show. Y'all already know it. Let me see. Last one. 666 Rich says, feeling very confident in watching Russ drop back instead of Pickett. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. But all right, fellas and ladies, that is my time, man. I told you this one was going to be a little shorter tonight, so let me go ahead and wrap this thing up. Had a great time chopping it up with y'all tonight. Y'all already know, man. Tuesday, walla boom, right there. Hopefully Blog Talk cooperates. I want to get phone calls in. I want to hear from you all. Good, bad, and the ugly. Want to hear from you guys. Phone number's on the screen there for those of you listening. It is area 619-924-0818. Again, 619-924-0818. That is the phone line that you can use to reach me on Tuesday for Terrible Towel Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll be back at it. And in that particular game, I'm going to just give a brief recap of what I saw from rewatching the game, as well as if I've had a chance to watch the 22. And the rest will be phone calls. Hopefully Blog Talk Radio is working properly this week. All right, that's going to do it for me, man. Y'all know the routine, man. It's late for some of y'all, unless you Kenyan over there on the West Coast. But y'all have a great rest of the night, man. Enjoy this win. Be safe. Stay healthy. God bless. Good night. Like always, I thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I shall catch you in the next one. Here we go. Peace.